back up, but I don't wanna give up. Baby, I just want you to get up. Lately, I've been a little fed up. Wish you would just focus on me. Can you focus on me? Baby, can you focus?
What's up, Z Squad? So today we're gonna be doing story time. So this story time, as you can see by the title, is me getting robbed. My first time getting robbed. So it's going to be a little twist to the story. I didn't want to put it in the title, but I just, But before we get into this video all the way, I want to show you guys that, yes, I am in a different background. As you guys can see, I am not in my room, in the living room, in my mother's room, no, or in the bathroom. I am in my basement downstairs. So yeah, I'm in my basement, and I just feel like this was the most comfortable place for me to be. So I was comfortable. So let's get right into this video. So first we're gonna start off with that. I don't know how to start this off. So here's the thing. So my mother and my nephew, it was 2 Saturdays ago, and my mother and my nephew went to get their haircut. Because my mother, she doesn't have long hair like me. Well, I don't have long hair, but she doesn't have hair. She is bald. Well, not bald, but she has a little trim. So, and she wants to take my nephew to get his haircut too. So they both went to go get their haircut and went to my grandma's house after that. So I was at home by myself, and one of my friends that I had met off Messenger, me, I don't know how to say it, but I'm kind of thirsty for friends, and I need to stop that. I need to change my ways, which I am starting to change my ways. So yeah, but a girl off Messenger that I had met, because some of you guys don't know, but I like girls. So it was a girl that I was talking to, in the middle of talking to, and I guess she asked me did I want to come over her house, and I said yeah. So I pretended to tell my mom that I called her, and she asked me where I was, and I said at my friend's house. So she knows I have friends around here, so she thought I was at one of those houses, and I wasn't. But I was still at home, but I never left. I was just trying to see what she was going to say, what she going to care. But she did care, and she hung up on me after she said, who told you to go over there? And I said, nobody. And she just hung up on me. So I'm like, okay. And then I called my cousin, and I'm like, Toya, where's my mom? And she's like, I want to talk to her. Tell her wherever she at, stay there, stay gone. So, I was just taking it likely that she wouldn't really care. So I went over her house. Well, I got on a bus to over her house, which is on 88th and Marquette. That's over east. And so when I got there, she was standing on the bus stop on the side of this building. So we was talking. She was like, what took you so long? And then she took my phone out of my hand. And I was trying to get my phone back and stuff. We was playing around, and I was giving her hugs, touching on her butt, stuff like what relationship people do. And that's when she was like, okay, we not finna go to my house, we finna just walk around. And when we started walking around, it was just a lot of stuff going on, and the kids was annoying and stuff like that. So we said we was gonna go to her house. So we walked through this alley, you guys know the fields of grass. Yeah, those, the empty fields without a house. So, I'm sorry guys, I keep yawning, but I'm so tired. This early in the morning, 11 o'clock. But yeah, let's get back to this. But, she said we're going to go to her house finally. So, we was walking through that little field of grass, and all of a sudden, somebody came behind me and whispered in my ear, give me all you got. And he put a gun up to my head. And when I tell you guys, I was so terrified. when I tell you I was so terrified. But it's like the terrified that you like, that you just imagine in your head, like, is this happening? Like, what do I do? Is this happening? Like, is this really going on? Like, that's what you thinking in your head, like that type of terrified. So I was terrified and I started to cry. I gave him, what did I give him? My phone. So at this moment, you guys, I don't have a phone. I'm on my iPod recording this video. So yeah. And once I gave him my phone, he walked off. Well, no, actually, she gave him my phone. She didn't have a phone on her, I don't think. So she just gave him my phone. And he took it and walked off. Literally, like, walked off. You know how burglars, they run. He walked off. And he was light skinned with freckles. He had a black hoodie on with some biker jeans and some type of shoes. I don't remember. But yeah. So after that, we were just walking around and she was so shocked. She was scared. I felt that she was scared, but at the same time, I felt like she was just acting that she was scared. But I don't know. Because I guess she was the type of girl who was like, I guess her brothers was in a gang, I guess. So it's like, I'm guessing like she was just like, oh, I'm finna get my brothers, like that we finna find him, all of this, all of that. Like, did he really just pull out a gun on me? And I'm just like, okay. So I'm like, you know what? I gotta get home. I gotta talk to my mom. I gotta talk to somebody to let them know what just happened to me. And so I called my cousin. First person I called, my cousin. So I called her. I'm like, Toya, go in your room. Like, I gotta tell you something right now. Like, go in your room. So she's like, okay, I'm in my room. So I'm like, I just got robbed at gunpoint. Somebody put a gun up to my head. And I'm like, and she like, girl, where's you at? No, all of this on. I'm like, I can't let you know all of that, but just tell my sister to call me. So that's when she like, no, let me know what happened, all of this, all that. I'm like, Toy, I'm gonna let you know all this later. Just call my sister and let her know. So she like, okay, I'm gonna call her. So she called her. So then I guess she called her. I don't know, but so I'm like, you know what? I gotta call mom. Like, I really gotta call mom. So I call mom. So she didn't pick up. So I'm like, okay, man, what am I gonna do? So I'm talking to the man, telling him, no, I just got robbed. The man now let me see his phone. So I'm talking to the man. I'm like, I just got robbed. I don't know my way home. I live on such a street. And he like, okay, he go $2 to get on the bus, get home safe. And I'm like, okay, thank you, sir. So I walk over to my girlfriend, and I'm like, what you gonna do? You want me to come to your house? You want me to do this? You want me to do that? Like, trying to comfort her, basically. Because I felt that she was scared, kind of, but at the same time, I felt that she was acting. So she told me no, she didn't want me to come to the house. She wanted me to go home because she didn't want to see me when she was out here, like, trying to find a boy, you know, when her brother was trying to kill him or whatever. So that's when I got home. Well, I got on the bus and I went home, and I was just sitting at home. No. Back to when I was on the bus. I got on the bus. I called my mom off this lady phone. I asked her, can I use her phone? She said, yeah. So I called my mom off this lady phone, and she was like, I already know what happened, babe. You okay? But I told you shouldn't have left the house. Basically telling me that I shouldn't have did what I did. And, you know, now I really realized that was something I shouldn't have did. But back to the story. When I got home, I was just thinking, like, what am I gonna do? I don't have no phone. No. Actually, my sister was just leaving from the house. I'm sorry, guys. All of this stuff is coming back to my head as I'm speaking, but my sister just had got back to the house, and she was pulling off as I was walking up, and she actually pulled up to me and was like, sorry, what's wrong? Why are you crying? Because I was crying. Like, I was pouring my eyes out when I got off the bus. I was pouring my eyes out. And I was crying. And when when she pulled up on the side, she was like, sorry, crying. I said, I just got robbed at gunpoint, Jamia. That's my sister, the one I told my cousin to call. Yeah, her. So I was like, I just got robbed at gunpoint, Jamia. And she was like, really? What? I was like, 88 from Marquette. So she thinking it's around the corner. But really, we don't live around the corner from 88 from Marquette. Marquette is down past Cottage Grove and all of those streets by Stony Island. So she thinking it's around the corner. So she pull around the corner, call my mama. Like, Mom, you heard what happened to Zari. All this, all of that. So that's when my mama like, yeah, I already know where she at. And my sister like, she right here. And my sister got mad at me because my mom told her that I wasn't supposed to leave the house. So my sister got mad at me. She started screaming at me, telling me like, that's why I wasn't supposed to leave the house, like all this, all that. So I get why everybody was mad at me and upset at me. So I got to the house. We were all sitting at the house. My mom had pulled up. My auntie was on the phone and we were just sitting at the table. I was telling them the story about what happened. At that point, I was lying to them because I didn't want them to know the full truth. But obviously, they're going to see this video, so you guys know the truth now. But yeah, and I'm guessing like my auntie found out and she was mad. So we pulled up to the address that she had sent me where she said she lived at. So we got there and that's when it was a Mexican lady who answered the door and it wasn't her address. So at this point, I realized that I got set up. And, like, I know I shouldn't do that anymore. I know that I know better now. I know that it's a lot of dangerous things that can happen to you in this world now. Like, and I know that I shouldn't trust everybody. That's also a sign that, like, I shouldn't be getting ready to be in relationships yet. Even though I am going into high school, but that's just giving me a sign that I'm not ready. I'm not ready for this right now. Like, it's gonna take time for me to be ready for this, and I'm growing up too fast. Like, it's a lot of stuff going on, like, and I don't know. But you guys, just if you watching this video right now and you wondering like, and you ever be sitting in the house and you're so bored and your mama not there, nobody's there with you, don't leave the house, you guys. Don't go nowhere without your mother knowing where you're supposed to be, without your mother's permission, none of that. Don't go nowhere, you guys. Like, stay in the house, read a book, do something, right? If you like poetry, write poetry. If you like to draw, draw. Do anything. Like, do your homework. It's a lot of stuff you can be doing. So, yeah. But at the end of the day, I feel like you guys should just like, if any kids are watching this video, trust me, you guys don't want to go through this. Like, I wouldn't wish this upon nobody. It's the worst feeling to be thinking like, am I finna die? Like, am I finna go to heaven? Or am I finna go to hell? What am I finna do? Is God gonna forgive me? Like, it's a lot of stuff going through your head at the time. Like, it's a traumatizing event for something like that's happened to a 14-year-old. Like, it's something that's like not even serious. Like, I mean, it's not even like a game. Like, it's something so serious. Like, but you guys, I just want to let you guys know that it's serious out there in this world. So I really wish everybody the best luck that you got. I wish everybody, like, I pray for everybody out in the world, and I hope that everybody, is safe and doesn't have to go through this traumatizing thing like I had to. But at the end of the day, I learned a good lesson, and now I know better. So you guys, like, comment, and subscribe to this video, and there will be another story time coming up. You guys will see it in a couple of if this video is up, if you guys see this video, the next story time video should be coming up. Like, it should be up in a couple minutes after that. So all I gotta really tell you guys is, be careful, watch your surroundings, and be careful who you're talking to, hanging around, all of that. Like, just be careful, you guys. But I'll see you later, Z Squad.